NPF and the NDPP deciding to merge. Now the NPF only had two MLAs in the 60-member Nagaland Assembly, and the NDPP had several MLAs. In fact, they had the numbers along with the BJP, and suddenly they decided to merge with the original party from which it had split. Therefore, the two parties merged, and Nephew Rio became the president of the NPF after the NPF president made way. Now, that is one political development. On the other hand, as I said, Conrad Sangma, the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, as well as the NPP chief, and Tipramota founder Pradyut Debbarman has been extremely proactive. They have been shuttling between Shillong, Imphal, Agartala and so on, and trying to cobble up whatever regional forces they could lay their hands on and form some kind of a unified front. But now it is absolutely clear that initially they were going gung-ho, saying that we are going to merge together, shed our identity if necessary, and form a single political party. But that may not be the case. It can only be a new political front. But what is interesting, it was the announcement by Nephew Rio, the NPF president and Nagaland chief minister, only yesterday. They are trying to contest the elections in Assam in 2026. That means a clear ambition to expand its area of operations, because they were confined to Nagaland, they were confined to Manipur, and to some extent in Arunachal Pradesh, but now they have set their eyes on Assam. Let's listen into what Nephew Rio had said before we begin the discussions.
We are grateful that at least we have 5 MLAs from Manipur, and we have existence in Arunachal also. Now we must, how small it may be, we must also have our footprint in Assam. We cannot go beyond the international border, but we will always, and we used to help our friends across the border. So let us work with that spirit.
Okay, now that is what Mr. Nephew Rio, the Nagaland Chief Minister, leader of the NPF, has said. Now let's take a quick look at what Pradyut Debbarman said in that one Northeast rally that was held in Agartala yesterday, where Conrad Sangma and some other leaders of the regional political parties, who may not be very big names at the moment, but they also attended. Let's listen into what Pradyut Debbarman said, and that can be said as an ambitious statement. Really, let's listen in.
निमंत्रण दिया था अपने आईपीएफटी को, भाई जी लामसोगो, यहाँ में नेशनल पार्टी नहीं है, आंचलिक पार्टी है। मैं आज भी आपके तरफ से आईपीएफटी को बोलना चाहता हूँ, अकेला फाइट करोगे तो आईपीएफटी भी, शिवसेना, यूपीपीएल, बोडोलैंड का पार्टी, एजीपी, अकाली दल, सब अलायंस पार्टनर के साथ खत्म हो जाएगा। आज भूभागरा के साथ हाथ मिलाओ, मैं भी तिपरासा, आप भी तिपरासा, एक होकर फाइट करते हैं और जवाब देते हैं।
Okay, that's a call for unity among the regional political parties. And now, if the regional political parties cutting across states have to unite, that means this single platform of force that is going to emerge will have to contest elections in various parts of the northeastern region, because they will be not confined in that case to one state. Because if they unite, if the political parties from different states unite into a common platform, they will have to contest elections. That means that is the topic that we are discussing. That is the point that we are discussing today, whether the regional parties are getting ambitious, whether they are going to expand their area of operation, whether they are going to expand their turf. Now, let me go direct to Kohima, where our Nagaland Chief of Bureau, Sarah Konyak, is there. Sarah, first we saw the merger between the NPF and the NDPP. That we have covered in detail. We are not going to go into that. But yesterday, Mr. Nephew Rio said that they are going to contest assembly elections in Assam, most probably in 2026 itself. Now, what does this mean? How do you look at this?
Wasbir, first of all, yes, the CM had made a very big statement where he had proposed that there should be footprints of the Naga People's Front, which is one of the oldest political parties, not just in the Northeast region, but also in the entire country, that there should be footprints in the state of Assam as well, considerably because there are Nagas living in the state of Assam. That was the point that he had made. And he had not specifically or categorically stated that the NPF would contest for the 2026 state assembly elections in Assam, but he had only mentioned or proposed, or rather I would say mulled, the idea that there should be a division of the Naga People's Front in the state of Assam. So I personally spoke to some of the senior leaders of the Naga People's Front party right after the statement from the Chief Minister Nefirio, who is also the president of the NPF party, had made that very big statement. And they said, they have categorically stated that they are not in a rush of forming any division of the NPF base in Assam, but the whole vision is to have a division, or rather a base of the Naga People's Front in all the areas, or rather the northeastern region where the Naga inhabited contiguous areas lies. So that is the point that they had made it very clear.
So
it is very uncertain whether the Naga People's Front. Yes, Wasbir.
No, now you see the NPF was confined to Nagaland. Then we saw the NPF expanding to adjoining Manipur, where they contested the elections. Now, when Mr. Nefirio said footprint should be there in Assam, it is not just NPF coming and setting up an office somewhere in Assam and saying that okay, we are also present in Assam. Obviously, for any political party, and that too after the merger with the NDPP, where the two political parties united and has become a stronger force already. Now, the idea will obviously at some point of time is to have an electoral presence, isn't it?
Absolutely, the vision is very big. We have seen the formation of the Naga People's Front in 2002, where the nomenclature was changed on the leadership of the present Chief Minister and the President of the Naga People's Front. And thereafter, we witnessed in 2011 how the NPF Naga People's Front had expanded its base in Manipur as well as in Arunachal Pradesh.
Yes.
When we talk about Manipur, currently there are 5 sitting MLAs from the NPF party. They have also produced an MP from the outer Manipur area. So that is a very big achievement and significant for a political party that is from the state of Nagaland and also has an extensive reach of the Naga people inhabiting in various states of the northeastern region. When we talk about Arunachal Pradesh, yes, the base has been formed. The grassroots level is very strong, but they're yet to set or yet to make a mark when it comes to the Arunachal Legislative Assembly. And yes, the vision for the Naga People's Front is very straight, like we've heard from the horse's mouth, that is the Chief Minister and also the President of the Naga People's Front, that there should be a footprint in Assam as well of the Naga People's Front. So
Absolutely.
the vision is very clear, very straightforward, not only in a political aspect where the Naga People's Front should have its base in the Naga inhabited areas or where Nagas are residing in the northeastern region, but also reflecting the one aspiration and unity of the Naga people.
Absolutely.
And
Sarah,
also Wasbir, it has also been made very clear that yes.
Yeah, carry on, complete.
Yes, it has also been made very clear by the President and the Chief Minister of the NPF that as the NPF being one of the oldest party in the whole country and also particularly in Northeast, they're guided under the Election Commission of India and they cannot cross borders despite the fact that there are many Nagas living across the international border. There is no particular path or way as of now, even though they have the vision of setting up a base of the Naga People's Front across the international border also, but being guided and with the provisions.
Got your point, Sarah. Hold your thoughts. Hold your
of
thoughts.
the
Hold your
ECI
thoughts.
as well.
Yeah, so now what Nefirio said is that since there are Nagas across the border in Myanmar, but they cannot go and have elections in Myanmar and bring the Nagas in Myanmar into the electoral process, at least they should try and have their bases across the interstate borders within India. That is what is the basic aim of the NPF. Onitam, you know, this is something when we saw that the Pradyut Debbarma, Conrad Sangma's initiative to form a regional front, they're still grappling with it, what shape to give. Here is the NPF, which is already trying to be, got a head start first uniting, and now they have already made their intentions clear to expand beyond Manipur and Arunachal Pradesh.
Absolutely, very interesting and extremely confident and clear roadmap as far as NPF is concerned, as far as Nefirio is concerned. Now, this is going to be extremely interesting. The whole political landscape of Assam is going to change, Wasbir, because already there are so many political parties in the state. Now, a party like NPF comes in, sizable Naga population. The whole thing, and also the new entity that Pradyut and Conrad are trying to put together.
Yeah.
In the coming days, the whole region, all the 8 northeastern states, though there has been little mention of Sikkim in the larger scheme of things, but definitely the whole political landscape, the whole political scene will be very, very interesting.
Absolutely, absolutely. Nabaran, what is your take on this? Because we saw, see, when we saw, okay, Mr. Nefirio has made his intention very clear. There is no ambiguity in that. Okay, we have a presence in Nagaland. We are the major party now. We have a presence in Manipur where we have 5 MLAs. We have a presence in Arunachal Pradesh. Now we want to expand to Assam. Very, very clear cut. Now, when we look at the other initiative, that is the move by the Pradyut Debbarma and Conrad Sangma duo to unite the regional forces, whatever they can. Obviously, they will also have electoral ambitions, isn't it?
Absolutely. First, of course, coming to Nefirio, Wasbir, I think this is a very significant and a very important statement, a big announcement by Nefirio, because this is full of symbolism. NPF may or may not be able to make any inroads at all in Assam. It may take them another 2 decades to win a single seat in Assam. I am not undermining them, but it is full of symbolism. Why? Because he mentioned we have got presence in Manipur, where there is a sizable Naga population. The TCL districts of Arunachal, they have got their base there.
Yeah.
Next is Assam. He also said, I wish we could also contest elections across that border. So you know what he's hinting at, and that's why it is full of symbolism. Yeah.
Let me bring Sarah once again into the conversation. Let's have Sarah also in the windows. Now, Sarah, this is very significant. The NSC and IM has always been talking about Nagalim. They have always been saying that we want all the Naga inhabited areas in the northeastern region to come under one administrative umbrella. Now, okay, what they have in mind is a different story, but if we look at the government of India, obviously we cannot redraw the interstate borders, but we can have some mechanism to bring all the Nagas under one administrative umbrella. That can be worked out. Now, here is Nefirio once again saying that we want to expand and have our bases in the Naga areas in the northeastern region. Do you see it only as a political statement, or do you think there is a underlying message there to the underground groups as well?
Well, first of all, Wasbir, the Naga People's Front party initially had a different nomenclature, not just once, but a couple of times. And lastly, the nomenclature was decided to Naga People's Front in the year 2002 under the leadership of the present Chief Minister and the President of NPF, Dr. Nefirio. And the whole idea of the formation of NPF was because of the Naga political movement, and the NPF party have faced unspoken challenges. They have also given up elections, participating in the elections earlier in the 1990s. And definitely, when we look at it, the merger of the NDPP and NPF into one party fold, that is the NPF, also speaks a lot of volume. They have been pursuing for unity, and this is a very clear message. And with the ongoing Naga political issue,
Yes.
which the NPF has been closely associated with it and fighting with it, so I think this is a very clear message. And also politically, if we talk about it, and also because of the deadlock that has been going on between the NSE and IM and the government of India, and also the fact that another agreement was signed with the Naga national political groups with the government of India in the year 2017, which has also brought another breach among the political parties, national political parties. I think the Naga People's Front at this moment is trying to send a very clear message that not just the political parties, that is the aspiration of the common people or
Yeah.
the masses or the civil society organizations of the churches, but they are sending a very clear message that the Naga political groups should also come together under one umbrella in order
Right.
to resolve. Because the way the leaders are looking at it right now is that the future, the future of the upcoming generations, the youths, are at stake, and there is a vast gap when we talk about the development aspects. Well, the government has been working day and night to bring a lot of industries. You talk about the CSR conclave, you talk about in different fields, but there is a gap that is
Absolutely.
stopping the government to
Definitely.
move further, be it in the development or infrastructural
Definitely.
aspect.
Definitely. Now, Barun, you see, what we are discussing today is the ambitions of the regional political parties. Now, we have seen two developments, simultaneous developments.
Absolutely.
Here is the NPF, and the other side is the Conrad Pradyut duo trying to unite the regional parties. But the fact is, at the end of the day, if you see that this is an attempt by the regional forces to consolidate, and who are their rivals, if I may use the word in that sense of the term, they are obviously wanting to assert their regional identity, and who is trying to eat up their base, that is the national political parties, whether it is the BJP or whether it is the Congress. Now, Congress has seen an upswing in states like Manipur, where they have won both the Lok Sabha seats, and despite not having a single candidate in the 60-member Nagaland Assembly, their candidate won the Lok Sabha election. So, this is a cause for worry for the national political party. But my question to you, Nabarun, is when we have attempt to form a regional political party front here, but the big parties are not except for the NPP and the Tipramotha, the other big regional parties are not part of this grouping. NPF has made it clear that they are on their own. AGP, today indirectly Pradyut Debbarman made a call to the AGP as well, but the AGP is very much well entrenched as an ally of the BJP. So the bigger political parties, bigger regional parties are not part of this alliance, and it is only the parties of the two initiators of this move, Conrad Sangma, NPP is in, and Pradyut Debbarman's Tipramotha is in. So, can they really make a difference, if the bigger regional parties are not part of this group? At the end of the day, votes are going to be split among the bigger regional parties and the new platform.
See, what we saw in Agartala yesterday, just we heard Pradyut Debbarma, it was almost like a desperate call to all the regional parties out there. IPFT, come here.
They are aware that the bigger
Yes.
parties are not with them.
They were invited, they didn't come. Pradyut was saying, AGP, UPPL, and they also named some parties from outside the region to give an example. But it was almost a call out of desperation that come and join us. United Northeast Front is the only way forward. Sometimes you think, when you look at, of course, we had a huge gathering, but that is expected in Tripura when Pradyut Debbarma is holding a rally. There's no surprise. If a similar gathering is to, if a similar rally is to see this kind of gathering probably in Shillong, yes, that will be much bigger, but yeah. Secondly, Pradyut Debbarma and Conrad Sangma, of course, they are the two movers and shakers. Sometimes you feel, or you tend to ask this question, whether this was a bit hurried. Probably they should have taken it to other parties, waited for a while, because see, the immediate next election in the region is Assam. Assam, well, to be very honest, the national parties are still the key players. Of course, there are regional players like the BPF and the AGP and the Raijordol, AJP. Yes, they are there. But if you see, the ones who are trying to form this regional front, they are not at all in the thick of things in Assam. So next challenge will be 2028. There was still time when there are elections in three states.
We'll have to wait and watch. Now, Oinitam, Now, we have also seen another thing that as far as the new front is concerned, unlike Mr. Nephew Rio, who has been absolutely clear, the NPF is absolutely clear. I'll come to Sara on that. It is only Pradyut Debarman who is talking. And Conrad Sangma is playing his cards close to his chest, and there are two impressions I can get. Since he's not talking, he's not willing to talk one-to-one. We have been trying several times. Conrad Sangma will just not talk, or for that matter, I don't know. So, because in this kind of a situation, it's very important to get clarity from the movers and shakers. Pradyut Debarman is accessible, he talks, but Conrad Sangma is playing his cards close to his chest. Now, is it because he is himself unsure about how things are going to take shape? Is he unsure whether he will get the full cooperation of his own party?
Absolutely. Well, NPP as of now looks like many of the senior leaders seem to be unaware of this particular move. Like Noborun said, maybe they rushed into the whole thing. As yet, we have not seen any other significant political party. Of course, there were a few pictures which had come up. Pradyut was there campaigning for BPF, but Hagramal Mohilari was obviously not there, and he obviously will not be there because he is already an ally of the BJP. Yes. So therefore looks like things, maybe they have rushed into it. They said that they had set up the 9-member committee to draw up the specifics of how this particular front is going to look like. But let me also mention here, correct me if I am wrong, 2013 there was a similar attempt, maybe 10 parties had come together where I believe NPF was also there, then the People's Party of Arunachal Pradesh, AGP was also part of. So there has been attempts like this before too. And another thing here, what Pradyut in particular has been saying is that they are not only looking for political parties, they are wanting professionals.
Absolutely, he said that. Let's there has been a fresh statement given by Pradyut Debarman. I'm coming to you, Sara. Let me ask my producers to play that fresh statement by Pradyut Debarman, where he's talking oh no, we are not going to merge, we are going to amalgamate. I don't know, only he knows what he means by that. Let's listen into that anyway.
You can call it amalgate. Amalgation is a better word. The three rivers amalgate in India, right? Amalgation is a better word. I think instead of calling it the word merger, I think amalgation, because you take something out of me, I take something out of, I give something from my side to you, you give something from your side to me. I think the word amalgation is a better word than merger. So because we do not want to destroy each other's distinct identities.
We do not want to destroy each other, we want to amalgamate. Now the point is, Navarone, it is still not clear. It's still not clear. He is taking shelter behind ambiguity. He's saying that, what do you mean by amalgamation? Amalgamation is coming together.
Absolutely.
Now, are you coming together, shedding your identities and forming a new political party? Or are you just forming a front? So that is the big question, isn't it?
Absolutely. In fact,
very briefly.
Contrasting statements are being made. On day one, when the announcement was made, Conrad Sangma said one party, one symbol, one agenda, everything. But now, since then, different leaders, NPP leaders have been saying Motha will merge with NPP. Pradyut Debarman says no, it's not a merger, will maintain a distinct identity. So there is still a lot of confusion. Secondly, one very interesting thing, very quickly, Wasbir. Well, as you said, unsure. Is the new front unsure of itself? Both Pradyut Debarman and Congress are maintaining we are not against anyone. A party which comes says we are against everyone, we are here to take the region by storm. They are saying we are not here to fight anyone. So
now the point is, Sara, now do you think that big political party like the NPF, we have big political parties in Assam as well, like the AGP, which is a big regional political party, which is an alliance of the BJP. There are bigger political parties as well. But without this, do you think at any point of time the Conrad Sangma or Pradyut Debarman, have they contacted Mr. Nephew Rio? Have they contacted the NPF? And even if they have contacted, what is your personal assessment? Will the NPF be willing to be part of a front like this?
Well, Wasbir, I was actually literally thinking of that, and we had also inquired with the leaders of the Naga People's Front, and we have not received any confirmation about whether the Conrad-led Sangma, the newest United Regional Party, have contacted the Naga People's Front. However, when we look at the statement that was made by the President and also the Chief Minister of Nagaland of the NPF, it is very clear that the NPF would like to walk alone.
Absolutely, yeah.
Would like to walk alone, but absolutely with the support of a central, not of a regional party, but of a national party who is in the power. Nagaland as a state, as we know from the beginning, has no resource to fund the state itself. It is wholly dependent on the central government.
Absolutely,
so
yes.
There has to be a national party that needs its support to make its presence in the state and also to bring development in various aspects. So
Yes,
the statement that was made by the Chief Minister yesterday, it is very clear.
Got it, Sarah. Very, very clear. NPF would definitely want to walk the talk alone. They want to walk alone. And now there is a lot of clarity that is necessary from the initiators of this move, that is the Tipra Motha and the NPP, that is Mr. Conrad Sangma. And we have been covering regularly on any move by this new front that is being formed. We have covered yesterday's rally live. We have covered the developments in Delhi when they made that announcement. We have been covering regularly. So this is an open invitation to Conrad Sangma, the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, once again not to shy away and come for a discussion on Northeast Live, not for the sake of anything, but to tell their own supporters at least what they are planning, because the clarity is what is lacking, and in the absence of a clarity, the ambitions of regional consolidation without clarity is going to lead nowhere. And there should be clarity, like the NPF. They have first decided to merge together so that the regional party votes are not split as far as Nagaland is concerned, because they have already seen the Congress winning the Lok Sabha seat despite not having a single MLA. Now they have united. So they have stopped the, it's an attempt to stop the division of the regional vote bank. Now they have said that they are going to expand their base to Assam. They already have a presence in Manipur and Arunachal Pradesh and so on and so forth. And now the new formation also needs to be clear. And that is why we are calling upon the leaders of this new front to come and talk so that a lot of things can be clear. But on the whole, it is going to remain a big challenge for the regional parties to shed the differences, because they also have their own differences. They also have their own ego problems. Everything is not hunky-dory like what happened between the NDPP and the NPF, because the sitting NPF president decided to quit and make way for Mr. Nefurio, who was then the NDPP president, to come and take over as the NPF president. So we have to wait and watch. And now if the new front is formed, whether it is going to be Conrad Sangma, whether it is going to be Pradyut Dev Burman, what positions they are going to be, and only then they will be able to consolidate the other forces, whatever they can get into that new front. On that note, things are very, very unclear at this point in time as far as the new front that is concerned. On that note, we end this edition of the in-house debate. Thank you for watching. Good night and goodbye.
হাইজিন মাহৰ সেই দিন কেইটাত হাইজিনৰ লগতে আৰামৰ প্ৰয়োজন নহয়নে? একো টেনচন নোলোৱাকৈ কাম কৰিব মন নাযায়নে? এতিয়া আৰু মনে মনে নাথাকি চুজ কৰক। অত্যাধিক পাত